Hello and welcome everybody. We're in Module 6 of your capstone course. Okay, a lot of things to talk about here with Module 6, and first I'd like to do is apologize. I have had a little family emergency. My wife has been in the hospital for a week, and we kept on thinking she would get out, and it just one day turned to the next and turned into an entire week. Well, long story short, she's back home. We're back to pretty much normal. But that meant that module that was rolling out to you, Module 6, which I thought was all set, the module that actually became alive, if you will, on the day that the module becomes alive was an old module. So I know some of you got into that old module, saw that. It was the stuff that I ran last summer. Didn't make any sense because our assignments are slightly different for this capstone than for the other one. So I do apologize if that caused you some confusion. And some of you may have actually done, there were some video presentations from students that were in there. They did a little bit of an experience than what you folks have done. If any of you did watch those video presentations, we will count that towards the video presentations that you'd have to watch this week. So don't feel that work went to waste if you watched. It's good stuff on from what we ran over the summer too. So a few of you did do that, thinking that might have been presentations from your other classmates, but they weren't. But anyhow, that should be all good, and you'll get full credit for that. So right now, the module is all set, and its normal functions are in there. So we have basically three things going on for Module 6. And looking at my notes here, we've got another mini case study. That'll be on social media. It's a very short one. 3 questions to answer there. We're going to have a knowledge summary on accountable care organizations. So I think a very interesting piece there to read, a little knowledge summary. And then you'll be going in and watching those MoveNote presentations about the career reports, the SWOT analysis. Pick 2. You only need to do 2, and you'll do 2 separate peer evaluations for those 2 videos that you've watched. Next week, you'll pick 2 more, and then you'll be done. You can always, of course, watch more than that. If you want to watch them all, go right ahead. There's some really good information in many of these about different career paths. But definitely do 2 this week and 2 the next week. To get your full points for that. Okay, let's also discuss pretty much some due dates. And because of the module, again, my fault, I do apologize for that. Do not worry about a due date for Sunday. Basically, what we're going to do now at this point, as I again look at the dates here, everything for the course except the final reflection paper will be due at the end of Module 7. So plenty of time to finish up whatever you need to do in Module 6. Module 7, there really isn't much in there. We're just going to do 2 more peer evaluations and a discussion, and you'll be done with that. So really, again, not a lot of activity in Module 7. Module 8, as I said way back in the very beginning of the course, Module 8 is really 1 or 2 days long, so because you're all graduating and grades have to be due. All you have to do is a final reflection piece there. So have that in before Tuesday of the final week of the class. But what I'm going to do is, again, all of your assignments for Module 6 are not due until the end of Module 7, so we have those 3 basic assignments, the mini case study, the 2 peer evaluations, and the knowledge summary. Again, won't be due until from more than a week from now. And then in Module 7, all you'll have is 2 more peer evaluations and a simple discussion that discussion response that you've done ever since you started here. So should be very manageable, especially extending out that due date for the Module 6 activities. If you do have any questions, please text me. I'm getting back into the communication mode after pretty much being totally gone for a week. I was able to respond back to a few of you, but most of you, it was just very chaotic for that week. But again, back to normal now. Please feel free to text message me if you do have any questions. Let's see. Oh, the other thing I wanted to mention is that I am going to go ahead and open up modules 7 and 8 will be open this week. So you can feel free to go right ahead and you could, it's looking at it, it's really not that much work. Many of you, my guess, will probably finish up the course then just next week and just be done with the whole thing. Early next week or even this weekend, you could probably finish the whole rest of the course. But I'm going to go ahead and open those modules. The one thing I would ask you to do is please, though, check back. If you are finishing early, please check back into the course next week, and maybe on Monday of Module 8 or Tuesday of Module 8. Still some news items will be posted in there, maybe some up-to-date graduation information, anything that we might need to communicate on will be in there. So please just don't think, oh, I'm done, I've got everything in, I don't need to worry about it. Please just check back for communication purposes in case something should come up next week or again on Monday or Tuesday before we're finally done with the entire course. That'll be in, again, Monday or Tuesday of Module 8. Okay, so let's see, double checking here. I think we got that pretty much all covered. Again, if you do have any questions, text me, give me a call. We'll get it figured out. But I think this should be a good solution to kind of get us through my difficulties in getting the module and everything all set for you guys. I've had a good chance to review many of the career reports. Look very good, very interesting. I think what we're going to find is some ideas about where jobs can be found that maybe you didn't think about before. So do take that time to look at the list of, we've got 13 different job areas that students or fellow students have already done an analysis on whether it's a good place to get a job or maybe not such a good place to get a job. So please take your time to do that. And hopefully you can help shape and guide where you maybe want to take your career. So, all right. That pretty much covers it for this update. I will post one more update before we're all said and done with the course. That's another reason I'd like you to check in at least a few more times before we actually close out the course. So, excellent. All right. Well, everybody have a good week. And as always, thank you for watching.